Hi, my name is Greg Andrews, working with the Richmond Elementary School snowboard program. We're going to go with a little bit of our snowboarding technique with our parents' guide to our first turns. Once their bodies are directly over top of the center of the snowboard, they can push themselves straight up and stand up on their heel side edge. From a sitting position, have your students roll back and spin their snowboards over so that they are then standing on their knee. Once they are on their knees, they can stand up easily. For skating, you're going to want to have your front foot in the snowboard. You're going to balance all over top of your front foot, and you're going to push, taking small steps with your back foot behind the snowboard. Be careful not to let your back foot run into the back binding. It may cause you to trip. Climbing up the hill on a snowboard, have your front foot strapped into the snowboard. Your back foot is going to step over top of the snowboard. You're going to take small steps and bring the snowboard wheel until you reach your desired location. For a straight glide, you climb up the hill. Once you reach a spot where you're ready to start, turn your board so the nose is pointed down the hill. Gently step on your board and maintaining an athletic position, let the snowboard slide down the hill. To turn the snowboard, you'll use your front foot in your snowboard binding to press against the toe side edge or against the heel side edge. It's this twisting move you're doing with your snowboard that gets the board to turn. For a toe side turn, press your front toe down into the snow and press against the ankle strap so that the heel side edge of the snowboard comes up and out of the snow. For a heel side turn, press the front heel into the snow and you're going to lift up on your toe strap so that the toe side edge comes out of the snow. Have them start on their heel side edge and let the board down the hill. Come across the hill and slow down on their heels. When they let the board down the hill next time, have them finish on their toe side edge. Continue this process until they are linking S-turns all the way down the hill.
Hi, I'm Barbara Ann Cochran. I'm here to teach you about the Parents' Guide to Skiing and Snowboarding. One of the first things we do when we start teaching how to ski is actually to start with boot camp, because for a brand new skier, once they put their skis on, they get really slippery, they have no control, they're slipping, sliding all over the place. So we start with boot camp first so that when they're just in their boots, they still have that control. The progression in the boot camp is we start first with gliding and skating and gliding, and to get used to what it feels like to be on one ski and to work on balance a little bit. After that, we go to sidestepping and learning how to control the skis by walking up the mountain sideways. The third thing we work on is how to fall safely. And first we do it just in the ski boots, so it's easy to get back up with no skis on. Really make sure that they're all nice and set, and both skis should be pointing straight up the hill. Grab right onto the handle and let it pull them up the hill. And as it goes, you're going to grab right onto it, stand right up and let it pull you up the hill. Good job. Stretch those arms, they can find that balance point. When you get off, the first thing you're going to do is as you let go of that handle, you let go, and at the same time, you got to get your skis pointed right around and facing downhill, or at least sideways across the hill. Wedge turn to be able to stop. We also call it the pizza or the snowplow. And when to get ready to stop, you want to actually be pushing out the backs of the skis, the tails of the skis, wider, keeping the tips relatively close together. And the bigger that pizza, the bigger the snowplow, the bigger the wedge turn, the quicker you'll be able to stop. They're first learning how to turn. The first thing that I actually try and have them do is, as they're going straight down the hill in a wedge or a pizza or snowplow, is actually just give them directions. I have them say, come towards me, let's see, go this way, come towards me, go that way. And I like that transition of coming straight down the hill before they go the next way. A lot of times you don't need to even explain how to do the turn. That's the first thing you try, is just telling them which direction that you want them to go. It doesn't always work, so the next step is when they're in their wedge turn, pizza or snowplow, is that you might have to instruct them to actually push out the back, the tail end of one ski, and as they push that ski out, that will help them to come around. They're making that pizza. She's going to be starting to push out the back end of her ski, and it's going to help her turn in that one direction. Now it's as we look at her, it's the outside ski, the ski that's to the outside of the turn. She's gonna start facing downhill and then push out the tail end of the ski, and it will help her make that transition. The more she can ski across the hill, and will help to control her speed. So it's really important that as they're making these turns and as they're coming around the outside, that they really want to dip the wing that's on the outside of the turn, dip it down and raise the inside wing up. Okay, with the turns, I do like to have them follow behind me and making those really nice wide S turns so that they really learn to control their speed. And it's also that I'm trying to get them to get their weight on their downhill ski. Sometimes it's good to use the airplane, use the wings, which will help them get their weight on their outside ski, which does help them to make that turn. As they're pressing their outside ski down into the snow, then they'll find that they really can start to control their speed too by how much pressure they're putting on their outside ski. You're going to see some wider turns and then into the tighter turns. So these are the wide turns that she's demonstrating right here. Now she's going to go to tighter turns. Okay. Tight, tight. It's just a quicker transition, but still it's really important to shift the weight from outside ski to outside ski. One of the things that is important for new skiers to understand is reading the terrain. And right through here we've got a relatively flat spot and then it goes into a steeper pitch. So you want to be able to understand what's going to happen. As you're going from the flat onto a steeper pitch, you're going to actually really pick up speed unless you're really going across the hill. The other thing is that when you go over that pitch, you actually want to come forward with your upper body so that you keep up with the pitch of the hill.